Bull, before we move on, tell us about Menu RX, and then we'll talk some Cavs.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. Dr. Jake May's my guy at Menu RX. And, you know, if you're looking to lose weight, if you're looking to just get in better shape, be more fit, or let's say you're perfectly fit, but you just want to make sure you're eating properly to stay healthy as you get older, all these questions can be answered by Menu RX. You go to some big box diet store, and they make one plan that's got to fit everybody. Whether it fits you or not doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. You want to use science. You want to use doctors and nutritionists that purposely make a plan for you specifically. That's what you get at Menu RX. They use cutting-edge metabolic testing to analyze your body's internal process and find out what's the best eating plan for you. I'll tell you, if you've ever been stuck, you've been trying to make a lifestyle change, there's so much information out there on the internet, you don't know what's true, what's not. With Menu RX, you get the answers. It's like having a full team of scientists, dietitians, doctors drafting a plan just for you, not based on some ridiculous trend on the internet, but on molecular data. Right now, when you sign up for a Menu RX plan, you'll get a free year-long UCSS subscription, $60 value, absolutely free. You probably can use your HSA or FSA payments for Menu RX. You might even have it covered by your insurance, which means you pay nothing. So go to menu-rx.com. You see it there right on the screen. Start unlocking your full potential with menu-rx.com.
Thanks for that, Bull. All right, guys, we're going to two Cavs topics we're going to hit back-to-back here. But first one, G, you mentioned not being able to watch the playoffs now that the Cavaliers have been eliminated. But the Pacers, since beating Cleveland, won the first two games against New York. They had that crazy comeback in Game 1. They were up by 20 points in Game 3 before the Knicks had a crazy comeback and stole Game 3. Game 4 is set for tonight. But I was curious to you guys, and I want to start with Tyvis on this one. Then, G, I want you to be able to respond to whatever Tyvis says. The heater the Pacers are on right now, does it change the way you view the Cavaliers' loss, or is what Indiana is doing completely separate to how you feel the Cavs did not live up to expectations?
Listen, I've been going back and forth with this one because you do look at the Knicks and you look at it like, okay, like they are getting bullied, if you want to say that, bullied. But I don't think it's necessarily them getting bullied. Like, the Pacers just play at a different pace right now, and everybody can't keep up. I mean, they hitting some tough shots. Guys is finishing incredibly well, and they playing some really good defense as well. Coach Thibodeau, I don't know what he got going. He be rotating his bigs. He got people coming in that I ain't never heard of. Who is this Wright dude that keep coming in for the Knicks? So the Pacers is just on an all-time heater right now, and I think the Cavs just caught the bad team, got a team that was hot, and it is what it is. And obviously injuries played a part of it, but I just wish it was more competitive. I think that's the thing that bothers me the most is that it should have been more competitive. It was too many times that it looked like the Cavs just completely folded towards the Pacers. And like I said, after game 2 of the Cavs, when Tyrese hit that shot, like they never was the same after that. They never truly bounced back after that loss. So that's the one thing about that series that bothered me the most. So I think that the Cavs deserve the criticism that they got, but you can't deny the fact that the Pacers is playing absolutely head above shoulders right now.
G?
That's what I was sitting there, you know what I was doing, Bull? I was in my head. I was going down and said, man, I got to go down to, pick up my dry cleaning. I also wanted to go see if I could look at my old East Bay magazine, to look at some shoes from like 1986. And then I was going to think about going and trying to get Tyvis into some NCAA college football. He said, gee, what does it got to do with anything? Those are all the things I think about instead of talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers. And they don't get a pass. They don't get any.
I didn't say they got a pass.
They don't get any sort of consideration for how the Pacers are playing. They don't get any. Nothing.
Can't deny that the Pacers is playing unbelievable.
Well, here's the thing.
What if the Pacers blow this series?
Then the Cavs choked.
The premise is this.
Yeah.
The premise is this is the premise that I come with. The Cleveland Cavaliers, the premise is because of what the Cavs did in the regular season and their record, people are going into these arguments saying that the Cavs are better than the Pacers. They are not. Stop. They're not. The Cavs are not better than the Pacers. Or they're playing over their heads. No. They beat you soundly 4-1. It wasn't close. Soundly. When you got game, well, here's the thing. This series was over when they did this. The series was over. You got into this series as 2-1. You got Darius Garland back. You had Hunter back. You got Mobley back. There was nobody on the injury report. Nobody. Y'all got beat by 60 in game 4.
Did they lose by 60?
They were down by 60.
But it ended up being 20. They got down by 41 was the biggest lead.
Might as well have been 100.
That was the series right there. That's the pivotal game, and it looked like they just looked
What was
like
that, 2-1 you said?
It was 2-1. You had a chance to tie this thing back up, and you got beat by 40. That's crazy. Yeah. That's wild to me. And people was moping around, looking around. And here's the bigger part of this. It's just not 1 year in the vacuum. You're not better than the Knicks.
Who?
The Cavs.
You don't think the Cavs?
I disagree with that.
I was about to say, you don't
Watch
think the
this.
Cavs
Watch
are better
this.
than
Watch
the
this.
Knicks?
Watch this. Tyvis, this is the way this works. This is sports. If the Cavs lose in the second round, and they've been losing in the second round, how is it that we do mental gymnastics and say that they're better than the Knicks? The Knicks move further along than we are.
Who did the Knicks play last round?
They beat
The
Celtics.
defending NBA champs.
The Celtics.
Oh.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, never mind.
This is wild to me. This is only in Cleveland, Ohio. This is only in Cleveland when we do this. And they're like, oh, G. Bush is going off again. What is he talking about? You lost head-to-head against the Knicks 2-3 years ago, and it wasn't close. It was 4-1.
That was 3 years ago.
Well, guess what?
You can't say a team's better because they beat you 3 years ago. What's
Well,
the
but he
point?
just gave you a reason why they're better now because
they made it in one round past and they're playing the same team and they're down 2-1, the exact same situation. Cleveland
not-
did. They played
well,
4 times in the regular season. Cleveland beat them 4 times in the regular
They
season.
beat the defending champs, Mike.
Get them out of here.
They're impressive, but styles make fights. Like they
Well,
outplayed
okay,
Boston, but that doesn't mean what they did against Boston doesn't mean they're better than Cleveland.
If Styles,
Right now they are.
If Styles make fights, Cleveland style being soft don't work against nobody but the Magic. What are we talking about? Like, you lost to the Knicks 4-1. You lost to the Celtics 4-1. You got smoked by the Pacers 4-1. In which
Did
world?
we really get gentlemen swept 3 years ago?
Yes, and we're sitting
They
here
did.
talking about we're better than teams.
That's
You're not.
exciting.
Who are you better than? And you and the Magic pushed you to 7. It's wild. It's crazy.
The Pistons just pushed the Knicks to like. I agree with a lot of what you said, G. I mean,
It's not refutable.
yeah, there's no way to prove the Knicks are better than the Cavs.
Yes, the Knicks. They okay. As constituted.
Okay, so it's his opinion.
That's what I'm saying. I disagree.
your opinion,
I disagree
then
with his
I
opinion,
don't.
yeah.
I don't think people that could get knocked out in the second round could point to teams talking about we better than them.
The Celtics?
Who? No. What I'm talking about the Cavs.
No, I'm saying the Celtics.
And the Cavs ain't better than the
so
Celtics.
So the Celtics can't point to teams and say they're better than them?
The Cavs are not better than any 3 of those teams. The Celtics, the Knicks, or the Pacers. And nobody will ever, you can't even refute it. I'm asking, where was the game 7s? Where was them? This is gentleman's sweep. This ain't like they was tied up and going to game 7 and it was hard fought.
Yeah.
They got beat in every conceivable way by these teams.
So
and
what-
we are saying
so
we should feel confident.
So what
This
happened-
franchise has made the postseason 4 years in a row. They have one series win against a team over 500. One. And that was against Orlando last year. Who finished, 40-something wins, whatever it was.
They were just above
That's
500,
it.
yeah.
They beat a non-NBA team in the Heat this year. They lost against the Celtics. They lost against the Knicks. They lost against the
But
Pacers.
what if-
They lost in the play against the Hawks.
To argue right now that the Cavs are better than any of these teams is
No.
silly. You may think they're more talented. What does that mean? More talented is meaningless.
What if
it doesn't matter?
The
Are you a
question
better team?
I think
That's
what
it.
McNuggets is saying is if Indy goes out there and wins 4-1.
Well, they haven't. Well, we can have that discussion if they do.
Okay, so let's play devil's advocate. Let's
Yeah.
say they do. Why is the Knicks that much better?
Because the Knicks beat the Celtics. Who did the Cavs beat?
Jason Tatum lists Celtics.
The last game, they were already up 3-1.
They were going to beat Boston regardless. I don't use that.
They were already up 3-1. Give me a break.
I can't like this. You would never.
Why would you even want to make the argument that the Cavs are better?
I'm not giving them that, bro. And Donovan Mitchell says so. Yes, we are hard on the Cavs, and yes, we should be hard on the Cavs because this is not what we want to get to. And the reason I'll be mad about this is everybody in here be talking about LeBron and why they don't want LeBron and LeBron is. You don't want LeBron because LeBron holds you to standards and holds you to certain levels. It's not acceptable.
Wait,
and you know if
who said they didn't want LeBron?
A lot of fans.
A lot of people
Well,
will.
you want to get to that part of this?
Anybody say they don't want LeBron
They're kind of
is an idiot.
themselves. They're kind of themselves.
They do that because you want people to make you feel good about losing in the second round. Like it's not Jokic don't care about nothing. You know what he said? This is a team that won a championship, right? This is a team that won. He said we got to do something. We got to figure something out. Like this is like the high stakes is here.
That's right. He is 100% right, by the way. And arguing if the Cavs are better is silly, Mike, because right now the Cavs are not better than any of these teams. None of them. And I don't want to hear it because they've beaten nobody in 4 years. They have been a huge disappointment. They won all these games in the only reason we say they're better is because they won games in the regular season. The regular season don't mean anything. It is meaningless. You want to argue against that?
No, I just
So you're going to jump in?
Don't think the Knicks. No, I was just looking at you. I don't know why our wavelengths aren't synced
All
up
right.
today. I thought I was talking to Jeezy earlier when I was talking to you and vice versa. So
The
I was
Knicks
just looking at you.
beat two teams this year in the playoffs that are better than any team the Cavs have beaten in 4 years in the playoffs.
That's not true. The Pistons aren't better than the Magic last year. You shat all over the Pistons all year, Bull.
I did. That's
like
fair.
the whole season, you were like,
did.
it doesn't.
Hey, let me
you
tell
can't
you
Mike,
flip it
Orlando
now.
couldn't shoot to save their lives. They had one player.
Let me tell you something.
Say it again.
1.5.
Detroit, let me tell you something.
The Pistons have one player.
Detroit, I'm gonna tell you what.
That's fair.
Detroit next
Malik
year.
Beasley is good.
Detroit next year. I'm telling you.
Even if you wanna
Cade
argue that.
Cunningham, one of them Thompsons. Listen, I take one of them
They're
Thompsons.
coming.
By the way,
Yeah.
if the Knicks do win
Balls.
tonight,
Yeah.
then the conversation's over.
Yeah.
Conversation's
What they
over.
doing, McNuggets? What the Pistons doing?
But
On
the
the
bottom,
rise.
like, there's no. I don't want to
I
hear
know what you're trying to do, Ty. I know what you're trying to do.
Listen, I don't want to hear that the Cavs are more talented than the Pacers. I don't give a rat's ass if they are or not. It's irrelevant.
I mean,
It's irrelevant. I
I'm
don't
not
hear,
arguing.
Oh, they're
The
more.
Pacer stuff, I'm not arguing with.
Yeah.
It's the prematurely crowning the Knicks.
And anybody
for
that
doing
doesn't
something
want
they haven't done
LeBron,
yet.
I saw this stupid trade rumor.
Yeah, well,
said that?
let's get to that
All
part.
right, go ahead.
Because
Go
that's